let's take a look at this 2020 Toyota Yaris 1 litre VVTI Icon. And this is going to be a full, in-depth tour of the Yaris. We'll start it up, show the engine, as well as show you the features on the interior, as well as exterior. And before I begin, I'd like to give a big thanks to the Llandudno Junction Car Centre, located in Llandudno Junction, North Wales, for allowing me to come out and film this car. For more information regarding current inventory and contact info, please check out their link in the description below. And so, without further ado, let's get it started up and let it run. It's a dark grey metallic exterior with two-tone black and light grey cloth interior. Has just over 900 miles on the clock. Fires right up. Leather wrapped steering wheel with side grip extensions, satin accenting and flat bottom design. Has a 5-speed manual transmission, and when you select reverse, brings up your backup camera with guidance lines. And we'll go ahead and turn on the headlamps, front and rear fog lamps, and the hazards. Driver's side window is automatic, and we'll go and check out the exterior, shall we? "15-inch wheels, Has a 1 litre 3-cylinder engine, puts out 70 brake horsepower, does 0 to 60 in 14.8 seconds, and has a top speed of 96 miles an hour. Power locks, power windows, fuel cap release, manual seats with side airbags, down here you have your lane departure assist, automatic high beams, collision warning, and power mirrors. And we'll go ahead and here she sounds. Does sound pretty good. Not bad at all. Simple to use AC controls. Fan speed, temperature, different zones, recycling, AC on and off, and rear defrost. Different preset stations.
Is high. Deaths are actually below what you'd normally expect for this time of year.
Decent sounding audio system.
And Luhansk, or as Russia now knows them, the Donetsk People's Republic.
FM/AM, DAB digital radio.
About 1.5 million people live in the two regions in the east of Ukraine, and they're further split by a front line between a third of the area that supports
Station list,
separatists and 2/3
manual tuning,
by the Ukrainian army.
and settings,
It's existed for the past 8
traffic announcements.
That is the sound of tanks and troops to Ukraine's border with Donetsk on our side.
Various trip information.
Correspondent Lise Doucette is in Kiev, and just before we came on air I asked her what has changed since Russia recognised those two rebel-held regions in the east as independent states.
Well, it is basically legalized.
Phone.
Was the phrase used by President Zelensky. What has been a de facto situation since 2014 when Russia annexed Crimea.
And vehicle settings.
Russian-backed separatists moved into eastern Ukraine. It's often referred to as the Donbass. So Russian-backed forces have been controlling about a third of those two republics. Since
Sound settings.
2014. And President Putin's decision means that they are now formally recognized as independent. The statement signed last night seemed to...
It's pretty much your standard Toyota infotainment system,
set a basis.
so it's pretty simple to use.
Areas. You just heard about the celebrations that were held there last night. President Putin, Russian officials are using that to justify their decision to basically to recognize it, because they're saying that's what the people want.
It's very hard to get one's head around, given what we hear from the rest of Ukraine, as to what the feeling would be in these regions. Are you able to sort of just give us any more of a sense
Power outlets,
of history of what the feeling might
USB and auxiliary inputs.
Remember, we're talking about 2022, that this is the territorial integrity and sovereignty of a country. That's why you had the UN Secretary General saying this is a violation of international law. Those two territories.
Down here you have your traction control.
Ukraine. It's just that President Putin, we heard this in his rambling history lesson last night, that he has said that Ukraine is a fake country, was created, and now it's a puppet government under the thumb of the West. This is part of Russia, which of course terrifies Ukrainians, because where is he going to start? What we can say is that the area along the immediate front line are wastelands. The houses are gutted, the streets are hollowed out.
Audio controls, hands-free phone controls,
There are not many.
and cruise control.
People who have nowhere else to go, who say, why should we leave? These are our homes. The UN says there is no other conflict in the world where the percentage of humanitarian aid goes to the elderly.
Now, Liz, you're in Kiev, where the response to this, will, I suppose, in part depend on the response from the rest of the world, which we're just gradually hearing. What are they hoping to get from the West?
There are two questions for Ukrainians this morning. One, how far will President Putin go? They've heard the statements coming out of Washington, President Biden saying the intelligence shows us that President Putin could come as far as the capital, Kiev. And the second question is, how far will the West, will NATO allies go? We heard this from President
Pretty amazing vehicle.
this morning. He's been visited by the Estonian president saying,
Let's go ahead and shut her down.
is already aggression. Impose the center.
Let's go and check out the rest of the vehicle, shall we? Well everyone, hope you enjoyed this in-depth tour of this 2020 Toyota Yaris. Be sure to like and subscribe if you did. Thanks so much for watching, and peace out.